podiums for you tonight. We've got all kinds of bike racing. I promise you, we have in fact given you the entire seat up there in the bleachers, but you will only need the edge. We're going to start off with some Masters track sprinting. Who doesn't love Masters sprinting? Rolling Thunder. This is the heavyweight division. In an earlier result, John Meyer was given the default victory in the 3-4 final because he had no one to race. So congratulations to John Meyer, the dirtiest man in track cycling, for his third place finish. But right now we're going to watch the major final. This is going to be a best 2 of 3, so you are watching heat number 1. Heat number 1 of what will be a best of 3 race. So you will be seeing these 2 riders at least one more time this evening. The 2 riders we have here are on the top, resplendent in his Broadmark United States jersey, number 534, Alex Siegel. He will be racing tonight against Michael Cooper of the Flying Gorilla Academy. Michael's in the blue jersey, representing the hometown, the home country, against the Stars and Stripes. Michael wearing 5:47, 2 laps to go. Looks like Siegel has fired up his sprint. Michael just trying to hang on. This will be the bell lap. Siegel going for it. And with a couple of lengths, Siegel's going to cruise to victory here. It appears, ladies and gentlemen, he may be wearing a Stars and Stripes jersey for a reason. So that's 1-0 for Siegel in the Masters Men Sprint Final. He'll have to win 2 of these, or Michael Cooper will win 2 of these to settle the matter. We have got for you the U17 Sprint Final, ride number 1. So it looks like our first ride is going to have Sydney Swarenga and this is going to be Isla Rendell from Victoria, British Columbia, wearing the blue and red Argyle of the Triple Shot Cycling Club. She'll be held by Lister Ferrer, the long-time eminence grise of the Triple Shots. And so she will have the bottom of the track, racing above her, number 417, resplendent in the glorious green of the Devo team. My close personal teammate, Sydney Swarenga. So I have it on the schedule as a best 2 of 3. They're going to start off on their 3 laps. A little bit of background if you've never seen a match sprint before. It is a 3-lap race from a standing start. It becomes a very tactical race because there's a lot of thinking going into making the other rider do the work for you, catching them by the surprise, getting track position, getting a little bit of a head start when the sprint engages and not doing too much work. So you see the riders starting out very tactically, very slowly. Although when I say slow, for these riders to be riding as high on the track as they are, they're doing at least 30 kilometers an hour. The unforgiving 47-degree banking in these corners will allow no less. As Rendell continues to lead it out, but Swarenga's making her move. And with the bell in sight, Swarenga takes the lead. Can she hold it for 200 more meters? Rendell coming over. Rendell right there at Swarenga's shoulder. Swarenga still holding serve. As they come out of the corner, it's going to be big sprint, Swarenga. So Swarenga goes up 1-0 for the bronze medal in the U17 sprints for women. Next up, we will have Kimberly Chen and Geza Rogers. So we're just getting the previous riders off the tracks, Moringa and Rendell, and then we're going to put Chen and Rogers up there. So Kimberly Chen is choosing her track position. Track position is drawn by lot before the races, and then I believe will be swapped throughout the best of 3 series. So Chen has drawn the bottoms, so she gets to choose first. Chen also, as the lower rider, has to take the lead unless, for the first lap, I think, unless Gazer Rogers deliberately comes over to take the lead. As it is run in modern times, the initial lap has to be done at least a walking pace. However, after that, sometimes track cycling match sprints can degenerate into a momentary track stand. You saw that much more in years past. The meta on the sport, as you cool gamer kids would call it, has changed sufficiently that you just don't see track stands very often. But here we've got Chen rolling it out, taking the lead as she needs to. Chen is once again wearing the Triple Shot Cycling Club's colors. That's the blue Argyle with the red trim. Gazer Rogers, credited with racing for the Live Cycling Canada off-road team, is here on the road wearing the CyclingBC provincial team colors, that distinctive red jersey with blue and yellow trim. 2 laps on the board. Rogers content to follow Chen's wheel. So I think this is going to be a pretty snappy sprint in about 100 meters or so. Nope, didn't even take that long. Rogers goes. Chen on the wheel. Can she get over again? Gazer Rogers leading. She's got no distance with Chen still on her wheel. Rogers leads it through corner 3 and 4. And at the line, it's going to be Rogers. So Gazer Rogers goes 1-0 over Chen in this, the gold-silver final for the U17 women in the match sprint. Next, we have the U17 men, as we're moving right along. So we're going to begin with the minor final, the 3-4 final. Once again, this will be best 2 of 3, so you're going to see all these riders a couple more times. And tonight's minor final will feature Alexandra Miranda versus Ben Moran. Both of these riders are from Alberta. So we're starting with rider 404. That's Alexandra Miranda. He's riding for Juventus, and he comes straight from St. Albert in Alberta. Above him right now is Ben Moran. He rides only for himself. He's an independent rider, no team credited, from Spruce Grove, Alberta. So once again, we'll get these riders lined up, held, and then they will be launched on a 3-lap odyssey. Maybe fast, maybe slow, we'll see how they go. As he's required to do, Miranda takes the lead here. He's choosing a fairly leisurely place, drives Moran right down to the coat, which they're both doing now as their speed is slow enough that they don't want to try risking those corners at that pace. And so they're rolling along. This is a slower, more tactical race, but they're going to get 2 to go here. Miranda continuing to watch over the shoulder. He's going up track now. Moran content to follow. They've got a lap and a half left now. Still Moran on the front. Scratch that. Miranda on the front. Moran in the rear. Miranda in the dark blue, and the bell is activating them almost as if by magic. Miranda and Moran both take off. They're apparently happy to do this as a heads-up sprint. Moran's on the wheel. Miranda in the lead. Coming out of turn 4. Gets a little bit wide. But at the line, it's going to be Miranda. Little debate about whether or not there'll be a relegation there, but I'm not seeing any indication from the judges. And it looks like your winner is Ben Morin. So they rolled it at 48.6 kilometers an hour. And next up we have the first round of the major final. This is for first and second, the gold and silver medal among the U17 boys. In the green corner, number 402, racing for the Devos, coming out of the westmost Vancouver, West Vancouver, which is of course north of Vancouver, Monty Rigby. He will be racing against Resplendent in the blue triple shot kit, also with a nice Argyle accent on the pants, Oscar Wong. Oscar's here from Victoria over there on the island of Vancouver. He will of course be enjoying such spectacles of Vancouver as tall buildings and things open after 7 p.m. And away we go. The canny Monty Rigby leading it out as he's required, but they both go down to the coat. It's going to be a leisurely start. Perhaps they're both late, hard-charging sprinters. Nobody coming over here. Rigby content to hold Wong on his shoulder. And now Rigby goes up track, maybe counting on some local knowledge here. Our Victorian friends, of course, have their own very lovely facility there. However, it is an outdoor concrete velodrome, and I believe 400 meters as well, so a very different experience from riding here. Rigby, however, has done most of his track cycling right here in this lovely corner of Burnaby that we call home. And then Monty Rigby certainly calls home, and he is leading a very tactical tracks race here. Remember, I was telling you about track stand battles. This is about as slow as they will go without coming to a stop. And they will get 2 to go. Rigby leading the rider up, and then he goes down. Oh, it looks like a jump. Rigby is away. He's decided he's seen enough, and he's off. He's got about 1 bike length on Wong. Will it be enough? And he's got about a lap and a half to go because he's not going to get the bell till now. So Rigby's there, but Wong's on his shoulder. Wong's been getting a draft for a while. Could this be too soon? Rigby still powering away. He's holding the lead. Wong trying to come. Wong at his wheel. Rigby at the line. It's a sprint, but it's going to be Rigby in the first round. Killer, how you doing? Just drag you onto the microphone. So we're going to cut briefly to an interview with Mark the Shadow Sato. Mark, tell me how you're feeling right now.
I'm feeling pretty good, It's been a good day so far. Happy to be in the final here. Should be a good time.
Sounds like a good time. And who will be racing today? It's Remy Garrison from the island of Vancouver. Remy, how are you feeling tonight?
Good, I'm excited. Going to be a good race.
Excellent. Can't wait to see you two out there. But right now we've got the minor final for the U19 men. This will be Noah Rubuliak and Cam McCallum. Cam is wearing number 527. He comes from Langley, British Columbia, and he is at the top of the track right now on that giant bicycle, wearing the red kit of the BC cycling team, and he will be racing against Noah Rubuliak in the blue kit. Noah is credited as racing for Giant Off-Road, and Cam is credited as racing for Charge BCXC, so I suspect these two trackies have a bit of experience in the dirt. Race is led by McCollum over Rubuliak. Taking him high, they're moving at a steady pace, 2 to go. Getting a bit tactical here. And a move is made. Rubuliak comes out of the draft. He's making an early attack here, but he'll get the ball. McCallum about a wheel back. McCallum is coming. He's got the draft now. Can he get around? It's a short track here. Rubuliak continues to lead. Rubuliak, and at the line, it's going to be Noah Rubuliak going up 1-0 in the 3-4 final. Huh? Oh, my mistake. That was Cam McCallum, and I hear the laughter from the field. Sorry about that. I had the riders quite wrong. Cam And McCallum is up 1-0. Well, fortunately, that's the only mistake I'll be making tonight, I assure you. Next up, we have Mark the Shadow Sato, resplendent in the green of Team Devo, and he will be riding against Remy Garrison in the Argyle blue and red of the Triple Shot cycling team. Mark's coming straight out of Richmond, and of course, Garrison is another one of our Victorian riders. And once again, this will be the first of three. This is a best of three, so they'll race at least twice. First rider to win 2 sprints wins the gold medal. And the one who doesn't win 2 sprints will get the silver. Sato leads out a very tactical beginning here. He's taking it easy. Once again, Sato with the local knowledge. But Garrison has raced here many times. He is by no means unfamiliar with the Burnaby Velodrome. And they're moving at walking pace, but not much more. Garrison content to leave a little bit of gap there between himself and Sato. Classically, that's done so that when he accelerates, he can rush into Sato's wheel and come across with momentum. Sato doesn't like something, so he's gone high and he's going faster as they're past the 1.5 lap mark to go. Sato still watching over the shoulder, still high. Somebody's got to drop down. And it's going to be first blood to Garrison. Sato struggling to get on terms. He gets in on the wheel. Can he come around in only 2 more corners? Sato struggling and battling. Garrison there. And up the line it's going to be Garrison. So Garrison with the first win. Sato now behind the 8 ball. But he's the shadow. He knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men. Next up on our schedule will be the Elite Women's Sprints. This will once again be the final. This will once again be a best 2 out of 3. And we're going to start with the minor final. It's going to feature Allison Lee Minor versus Veronica Ivy. Lee Meyer is wearing number 420 in the Cerise kit. And Ivy has the rainbow kit. And is coming to you straight from Saanich, British Columbia. So Ivy will be rider number 428 on the top. Oh, and there's a little bit of an argy-bargy here. So Yeah. There's a bit of a holder foul there, so we're just going to get Tyler back there, and we're going to get Veronica situated again, and we'll try one more time.
Speaking of Tyler.
So we're just getting a few things tweaked and sorted out. Lee Meyer already waiting there. So once again, this will be a best of 3. It will be 3 laps long.
It said 2. Remember 2. You see it? Check it.
And right after we finish with this first round of the minor final, we will do the first round of the Elite Women's Major Final, which will be Diane Snobelin versus McKenna McKee. All right, and with Ms. Ivy up on the rail now, we are ready to roll. Starter likes what she sees. Whistle blows and we're off. Lee Meyer takes the lead as she is required. Ivy laying back, just a couple bike lengths away. Once again, it's a tactic for doing a hard, fast acceleration onto the wheel. So it's sort of a classical track cycling thing. You've seen a lot of riders coming up closer. It can be a bit of a disadvantage if you find yourself delayed in your acceleration. Like I say, these riders like to rush in on the wheel, get a draft for just a moment, and then use their momentum to press past. Lee Meyer stepping it up. Ivy matching her from a little bit above. Lee Meyer coming with speed to the bow. Ivy coming over the top. Ivy sprinting. Lee Meyer trying to get on terms, but Ivy's powering away. And at the line by a couple of lengths, it's going to be Veronica Ivy. 1-0 in the best of three against Allison Lee Meyer. All right, and now we've got the major final. This is going to be Diane Snoblin wearing the white kit of the Burnaby Velodrome Club, number 406. She will be racing against McKenna McKee from Team Novo Nordisk. This is going to be Vancouver versus Vancouver because Diane hails from Vancouver, British Columbia, or as we call it, Greater Vancouver. And McKenna McKee is coming from the lovely elderly state of Washington, and from the older of the Vancouvers, Vancouver, Washington, or as we call it, Lesser Vancouver. Yes, yes. Welcome to Canada, McKenna. I hope you're feeling loved.
Just call it Portland North.
Portland North. I mean, that's not as mean as us. We consider Burnaby the greatest Vancouver. It's all of the things that you want in a Vancouver. None of the Portland. All right, so we have these two riders lined up. Starter likes what she sees. And away we go. Snobbling off the front, taking the lead, McKee, a canny racer, ready to strike. This is going to be the first of a best of three. Snoblin watching McKee, moving pretty quickly. Snoblin content to keep her high and outside. McKee is threatening to drop down and use the momentum and gravity of the track to strike. She does that with 2 to go, and she's got a gap already. Snoblin's got her work cut out for her to get back on that wheel. McKee coming around. Bell up. McKee still with about 3, 4, maybe even 5 bike lengths. Going through 3 and 4. And Snoblin shuts it down. It's McKee for the win. 1-0 McKee in the major final for the elite women. Our next act will be the elite men. Our elite men tonight, this will be a major final, 2 riders. We've got Tyler, the professional Edmonton destroyer, Davies, in the black kit wearing number 511, and in the predominantly white kit of the Broadmark Realty team from Seattle, Washington, Alex Siegel. So Siegel has the lower position. He will lead out this race. This is going to be an interesting fight between 2 very experienced sprinters. Tyler Davies got his nickname of the professional Edmonton Destroyer after seeing off a couple of young, strong riders from Alberta who came here looking to win some stuff right up until they ran into Tyler Davies. But let's see if Alex Siegel can do something with this. He continues to lead it out. He's content to bring it up. They're moving at what I would call a medium pace. Davies threatening. Siegel trying to keep track of Davies. Davies going high as Siegel stays in the sprinter's lane. But Davies has quite a gap now, and Davies rushing in. As they get the bats, Davies on the wheel. Whoa, a little bit of a bobble by Siegel. Davies coming over. The neck and neck. It's going to be a close one, ladies and gentlemen. Out of the third corner. I think it was Siegel, but Siegel is what the call is. That was a close one. 1-0 for Siegel. I don't know if you saw it, but coming into corner one, when Siegel was winding it up, I could see his wheel hop just a teeny bit, but he recovered nicely and legged it out. So Tyler Davies will be thinking about what he saw there and figuring out how to fix it so that when round two comes around, Davies can put this race on even terms. But right now it's up 1-0 for Alex Siegel. Best 2 out of 3. And for our next act, we are going to move on to the elimination races. So for those of you who were here earlier in the afternoon, this is a continuation of the Omnium. This is round 3 of our Omnium, which I believe is going to be in the modern World Cup format. So the way that the Omnium is scored is you score points in each of the Omnium events, except for the last one is a points race. So with the points race, you start with all the points that you accumulated in the previous Omnium events, and that is your starting score for what is otherwise a regular points race. So when we get to that final points race, I'll be able to tell you how the riders have started out and how they're going as they race through, because basically most points at the end of the points race is the winner of the Omnium. We're going to begin the elimination race, the Omnium number 3 element, right now with the under 17 men. You can see them rolling from the staging area right now. They will be brought around to the track, so we're just looking to make sure we've got some holders for these young men. Holders, we're looking for holders. I believe we're going to need 2 or 3. So let me give an introduction to these young riders. First up at the top, number 401, Aaron Stagg from Calgary, Alberta. He's wearing the blue kit. So folks, this is the elimination, so you're going to get a little less commentary from me because I have a very important job now. I have to tell the riders they were...
Every elimination, you have to say the truth, not just what you want to say.
Fine, okay. I'll try not to make it up.
Well, she'll call it out.
All right.
I will also score it.
Okay.
Doug will score it. If you want to know the name, she'll say a number. The name will appear on the screen.
I'll do.
You can call it, okay?
I'll say the name once I see it. I'll start with the number though. So riders, I hope you all remember your numbers because that's the first thing I'll be calling, but then I'll try and call your name. And away they go. So I'm going to fall silent now except for announcing the names until we get to the final heads-up sprint. Eliminations are scored off of the back wheel of the back rider on an elimination lap.
Yeah, you get the horns, fool.
404.
Rider 404. Miranda. No worries. Four zero three, Moran.
I can hear her.
Okay, good. Good.
sprint lap. Aaron Stagg. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to a heads-up race. So they're going to get the bell lap, and then it's an all-out sprint between the last two riders. And that's Monty Rigby in the Devo kit. And the green, can he come over the top here? Monty Rigby wins it. Sneaky, sneaky. And Oscar Wong, a very close second. Nicely done. I'm going to grab my iPad. Check, check. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, I can take care of it. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're experiencing a few technical difficulties, so I'm just grabbing my spare microphone. There we go. Two is one and one is none. And away we go. Next up, we will have the U19 men's elimination race. So I'll introduce you to the riders, and then I will go silent except for the eliminations. We've got Mark the Shadow Sato in the green. On the rail, 532 is Remy Garrison in the triple shot blue Argyle. Right behind him, Noah Rabuliak, number 429. And then in the Beachy Sport kit, 526, Caden Calling. On the top, it's Cam McCollum, number 527. Sorry about that last sprint, Cam. Campbell Parrish from the Red Trucks, 517. Manu Moore is number 528 in the Cannondale green. And Nicholas Muir, number 530 in the Juventus Cycling Club blue and yellow. And last but probably not least, Lachlan Hotchkiss, wearing the distinctive yellow, white, and black kit. Racing for Capital City Cycling and coming straight out of Surrey. Our riders are lined up, and now I will fall silent except for the elimination notices.
So what she's doing when she wants to stop the last one, and then go in the back because you're such an advantage to being at the front, even in the neutralization. That it doesn't give an indication that game is over. They look good. So that's how hot they are already. That's how I can take.
No start, one more lap, riders. So Hotchkiss is trying to catch up. Eliminations start fast. And the riders being told to ease up slightly as Hotchkiss is trying to get on the wheel. So no start yet. We're going to try one more lap. Riders, So we stopped the race because we didn't get a neutral start. We were waiting for all the riders to come together. Yeah.
They don't know.
No. Yeah. Riders, you're to come to a stop now. We're going to stop and restart the race because we didn't get a clean start. So riders, come off the track. We will restart the race.
They thought that when it was double.
No, the doubles, they should know. The double shot is a stop. Yeah, I guess they didn't know, yeah. Anyways, we'll get this started. We've got some under 19 men, and they're just a little too eager to get going, I think. So one of the reasons why that happens from a tactical perspective is the elimination is a race that is going hard all the time and always up to tempo because you really don't want to get caught at the back. And it's a big advantage even on the neutral lap to be seeking track position. So you'll notice that the racing, even though it's neutral, pretty much starts from the moment that the riders are waved off of their starting positions. However, they do have to form up, gruppo compacto, as Jeremy Story would say, before the start will be given. And in that case, they were not slowing up enough for one of the riders to stay on because everybody was so eager to get going. And so we never got a clean start, so we're going to try it one more time. So I blink our starter is reloaded. We've got all the riders in position. They'll be given, I'm sure, some light guidance about what it means to have a neutral start by the Chief Commissaire Michael, and then we're going to get rolling. And away we go. We're going to try this again.